Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the one. And for Washington, Morris and Beal are the guards. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Porzingis, and it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. And here is Conley. The pass to Towns. Clock at 6. He kicks it to McDaniels. Offline with his three.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And it's good for two.
Kuz loves those inside shots, and he's working hard to find them.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Pass to Edwards. Three-pointer. The shot comes out.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Beal kept alive by Washington. Here's Gafford. And at last, they get one to fall.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Oh, here's Edwards. Towns wide open. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Wizards have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota. But out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
The Wizards, one of these teams that's still in search of an identity. They've got a lot of skilled players, but it's really hard to say right now what this team is all about.
Now, here's McDaniels. Porzingis with the block.
And Porzingis showing some of those signs from early on in his career where he was a great shot blocker.
And here's Edwards from the arc. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Down low, here's Kuzma. Can't hit from in close. A factor in Washington's lack of identity has to be, Brent, their frequent roster changes.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. There's been a revolving door there, and the front office makes a lot of moves. They're just trying to capture something, trying to get their star player healthy, trying to regroup and see if something clicks.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Gobert, no good on that free throw. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long.
And by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Now here's Beal. Back to Morris. Good, it's Beal picking up the assist.
And Beal finding a guy with a better look that time.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Something that the Wizards struggled with last year, Brent, was a lack of consistency.
Constantly shifting the rosters and starting lineups. Obviously a new coach, so tactically some different things being deployed. You've got to find a dependable foundation, and training camp in the early part of the season for this team really, really important.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Abdias checked in for Daniel Gafford. Kisper comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's DeLon Wright in for Morris. And he's good on the second.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
And he makes all 3. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keeping evolving as a team.
1:53 left to play in the first. Rivers bounce pass. Anderson finds Towns. To the left wing. Leans inside, and that's good for 2.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now, Wright. Pass to Nunn. Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
There's a feel that Porzingis has to the game, and the more comfortable he is in these kind of settings, he'll rack up some assists.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Wes Unseld Jr. He wants his guys to focus on jamming the perimeter shooters. He wants hard closeouts, no room to operate. He knows what this team can do if you give them any space on the outside to shoot. And we're going to be determined not to let that happen. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. Now, here's Kispert. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. From past the arc. The rebound by Anderson. Timberwolves trail by 5. Rivers with it. Passes it to Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. Towns has got 5 now.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Right outside. Now the pass to Porzingis. Can't connect from short range. At the end of one, a closer contested game so far. Wizards out front, up 3. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel.
First personal
Gobert is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Conley in at the one spot.
At the line for the
guys,
Wizards.
let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Washington.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
First free throw is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. He gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
McDaniels in the post. Rebound by Kispert. Washington leading now by 4. The dish now to Morris. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Prince is checked in.
Timberwolves substitution. Torian Prince.
Here's Beal. No points in the game yet for him.
Always a shame to see a guy like Bradley Beal have to go in for season-ending surgery like he did in 2022.
Well, that decision, I think, was tough, but in the end, for the length and longevity of his career, was the smart one for Bradley Beal. Get himself fully healthy, fully physically and mentally ready to get back on the NBA floor and be as productive as he's been throughout his career.
Throw good, Beal.
Everyone knows that Bradley Beal is going to produce, but he plays with such great effort at both ends. He doesn't just kick his feet up when he's on D.
Good on both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Conley kicks to McDaniels. Back to Conley. Pass to Edwards. Outside Prince. Back to Conley. 5 on the clock. Kuzma pulls it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Kuzma showing more and more that he's becoming a playmaker on the offensive end of the floor.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's McDaniels. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Conley, the pass to Edwards. Up top, Gobert. Shakes over Gafford. And too long on the shot. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Washington Wizards. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Kispert kicks to Morris. Kuzma outside. Gafford trying to break free. Kuzma can't get it to go. Outside Conley. Sweet little floater. Conley's got his first points in this one.
Anthony
And how
Edwards.
about the speed of Mike Conley there in transition? He explodes up the court to ensure they convert on that fast break.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drop.
His team is down, but with the way he went at the rim, you know they'll keep fighting the entire game.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Now here's McDaniel. He's covered closely. Kicks to Edwards. Dishes to Prince. Shot clock at 6. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Edwards against Beal. Pass to Kuzma. Makes it off the glass. Kuzma's got the lead up to 8 now for Washington.
Kuzma absorbing contact, focusing on the rim, and why not get the finish?
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Make some noise. It's time to welcome your Wizards dancer. Here they come, DC family. It's your Wizards dancer. All right, let's make some noise for your Wizards dancer.
And a new crew getting ready for the Wizards. Zinkus, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Avdia comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Wright in for Morris. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Towns comes in for Taurean Prince. Rivers, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. The feed now to Towns. A shot, no good. Wizards leading by 8. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
4th team foul.
It's his first trip to the
The
line.
line for Washington, Corey Pittsburgh. At the line for 2.
That's good from Kispert. Anderson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And he can't hit the second. Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's Rivers. Nunn grabs the board. And so it's Nunn with it. He brings it up for Washington. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Kispert dishes to Wright. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the second quarter, and he can extend the lead to double digits. Anderson outside. Passes it to Towns. Back to Anderson. Beyond the arc. That shot off. And it's Washington the other way. The pass to Kispert. And here is Wright. Nice ball movement by Washington. Porzingis passes to Wright. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. And a missed layup. Timberwolves trail by 9. Lets it go from deep. Another miss by Minnesota. None against Anderson. None. That's good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Basketball.
Here's Wright. A 3-ball. And so it's the Washington Wizards holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Carl. Impressive start for you. What's the mentality going into a game like this?
Just being aggressive. Really played well at all the first half myself. All of us are missing a lot of easy bunnies. We're missing layups for us as pros. So second half, if we make those layups, we should be fine.
We'll see if you stick to the script. Thanks very much, man. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. They looked firmly in control in the second, carving out a healthy 11-point lead. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
The production they've gotten from their bench has been phenomenalistic. I don't know if that's a word, but it sounded good, Ernie. As we know, depth is important to any team's success. They're demonstrating that tonight. And who knows, it might give the starters a kick in the pants. No one wants to be outshined.
Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
Well, the effort hasn't been there in terms of rebounding the ball. They're getting outworked in that part of the game. But you got to be more physical to turn this thing around. I don't know if they have the personnel to do that.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Here they come, DC.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Without question, Daniel Gafford displaying his skills today.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Morris and Beal are the guards. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Conley against Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Over Conley. Here's Gafford. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Third personal.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. So he can't get either to fall. Timberwolves trail by 11. Now here's McDaniels. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. To the paint, here's Beal. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Beal's got the lead up to 13 now for the Wizards. Outside, Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. To the middle. And Towns throws it down.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Morris kicks to Beal. Back to Morris. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Beal, the pass to Kuzma. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Timberwolves ball.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Timberwolves trail by 11. And here is Conley. Right side Towns. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Taurean Prince. He's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Gafford. He dishes it to Beal. Banked in off the glass. Beal's got 6.
Such a polished scorer. Bradley Beal getting to the interior.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to Conley. For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's no question that Porzingis is still a very effective player in this NBA.
Yeah, and I guess, Kevin, the thing we're still looking for is the consistency in the health. We know how talented he is offensively and how he can stretch out defenses with his ability to shoot the ball, but something's got to change in terms of how consistent we get KP on the floor for the entirety of a season.
Washington leading now by 13.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Now Morris. It's Beal on the wing. Good on the triple. Beal's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Count it.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Diaz checked in for Daniel Gafford. Kisper comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Beal. And it's DeLon Wright in for Monte Morris. And then for Minnesota, Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Kyle Anderson in for McDaniels. Now, here's Kispert. And there's the pass to Nunn. 6 on the shot clock. And he lays it straight in. Nunn's got 7.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Prince. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Edwards. From deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Edwards.
He's got 5.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Passes to Nunn. Back to Wright. There's the pass to Kispert. Abdia launches it. Conley with the rebound. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Anderson. And that one, good.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
Now here's Wright. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Reed. Bank shot, no good. Prince with it. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Wizards lead by 11. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Minnesota. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Edwards kicks to Conley. And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Minnesota with the ball. They trail by 11.
Like the defense from Beal doing whatever he could to alter that one.
No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Kuzma outside. Pass to Beal. The 3. It's rebounded by Towns. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Minnesota basketball.
Here's McDaniels. Poked loose. Beal against Edwards. And the wide open shot from Morris. That's good. And so Beal with the assist.
Known for his scoring, there are times when Bradley Beal can be that off-ball playmaker.
Passes it to Towns. Now here's McDaniels. Rebounded by the Wizards. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And rejection by McDaniels. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Assist. Avdia.
Timberwolves trail by 16. Outside Conley. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And if he gets looks that cleanly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
And Gobert drops them both.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
The pass to Avdia. Shoots over Towns. And that one hits back iron.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Now here's Towns. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Morris finds Kuzma. The Wizards working the ball around now. Beal gets a wide open look. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 14. Here's Edwards. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Bradley Beal picks one up.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Edwards. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Wizards making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
It's Beal on the wing.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And Bradley Beal, so thick and strong, gets fouled, but still manages to get that shot off.
At the line for the Wizards, Bradley Beal. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Beal. Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 15. 1:58 left in the game.
Get up, get loud, your Wizards answer.
present the New Balance Player of the Game, Daniel Gafford.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hasn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Now here's Gobert. Back to Edwards. Towns in the corner. Another miss by Minnesota. Wizards leading by 15. Morris passes to Beal. Over Edwards. He hits it from 9. Beal's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Washington.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Bradley Beal.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Morris passes to Kuzma. Now here's Beal. Wizards passing it around. Pass to Kuzma. 5 to shoot. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And here is McDaniels. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And finished off by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Now here's Kuzma. Back to Beal. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Wizards lead by 15.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Shoots from 12. Gobert controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
When Gobert goes up, he gets up. Hair time to spare as he slams the putback home.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Brad. Looked like you could miss out there tonight. What unleashed this performance?
I'm the best player on the floor. I have to think like that. I have to embrace that. I have to believe that every time I'm out here. I'm just selling myself short of my talents. God blessed me with them, so I got to use them. I wasn't utilizing them in the first half, so second half I got back to being aggressive. Just go take the game. And that's what I did.
You were the best player on the floor tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.